Remember the jungle? Upton Sinclair's seminal book shocked America when it was published in 1906, showing the harsh physical conditions and exploited immigrant workers in the Midwest meatpacking industry. Well, not a lot has changed for the more than 500,000 people who work in slaughterhouses and meat processing plants. In fact, it remains one of the most dangerous factory jobs in America. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says injury and illness rates for the meatpacking industry are 2.5 times higher than the national average for any job. And a recent government report says that between 2004 and 2013, 151 meat and poultry workers were killed in the plants. Worse yet, the government agency that's supposed to watch out for workers has little power to punish the companies. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, is supposed to fine and seek other penalties against companies. But those fines are, even according to a former OSHA official, embarrassingly low. A Harvard Public Media investigation has found that, on average, OSHA most often fines companies a little over $19,000 when their workers are maimed, injured, or killed. Those fines are then negotiated by the meat companies to about $11,000. Let's look at the case of Ralph Horner. The 54-year-old electrician worked in a beef plant in northern Colorado for JBS USA, the world's largest beef producer. In 2014, he was working on the late shift when his clothing was sucked into a piece of machinery. He was asphyxiated. OSHA said the company failed to cover the moving parts of some of its machines to protect workers, a problem OSHA has found at that plant before. OSHA first fined JBS $45,000. JBS appealed and ultimately paid $38,500 for the death of Ralph Horner. For its part, OSHA officials say their duty is to enforce existing laws and that to raise fines companies pay would take congressional action. But there's no work in Washington on this. So for most slaughterhouse workers, it's still a jungle out there.